A little update. I have graded this just a little bit. I'm not very good at using the front loader to smooth things out, but went in a couple of different directions, and boy, this clay is like solid as a rock and doesn't budge. I love it. That's going to do good. When I put gravel on top of it, the moisture will go down and then kind of migrate that way. I took all the dirt or the clay from up in here and built it up inside the carport, and I'm surprised the carport, allowed that tractor to fit in there, but it did. So anyway, this is I just wanted to see what stuff would look like in there. All right, next I'm going to show you my gravel driveway to the campers. Okay, here we are, staying a little moist. Guess from the moisture off the roof over here, it kind of migrates, but anyway, I wanted to show you what we got here. This allows us to be able to park in this area. Don't think I've done any videos, especially since yesterday when I smoothed it out a little bit. Tried to use the bucket on the front to smooth the gravel out that we had placed down. And this is a little driveway out to the main driveway. So that's kind of where we are. And I got to put some gravel up under that carport now. So this is where we are. Man, I tell you, I have got a mess. I got to clean this place up, but one step at a time. Oh, it sure is beautiful out here today. It's got to be 65 out here. And here's a result. I smoothed out up in here where they had run the electricity across the driveway to my parents. There was a huge dip because they didn't pack it back in. That's after 2 dump truck loads of crush run. That's all I have left. Just maybe a truckload or pickup truckload. All right, so that's what I did here. Created a little spot to park my van. Put a little bit more gravel right there. And earlier in this video, you will see where I had built up the clay in here, the dirt, about 3 or 4 inches maybe, so that the water from this driveway doesn't run into the carport. And I dug it down up in here. So I put this crush run on top of it so that we're not getting our cars all muddy in and out of here. This will be a place for a couple classic cars for now, and then when I sell them, my wife can park right here, and I always have lots of vehicles, so I'll keep one right here. So it's a nice walk through without getting in the mud. All this because of the water runoff on my building here is just a muddy mess. It stays kind of damp up in here just because of the sun. If you see the shade line, this is about 2:30 in the afternoon on January 31st, 2018. And looks like it just wants to stay wet after a rain. It takes days for it to dry out because it has so much shade, but that's all right. Oh, and by the way, we put a doorknob and deadbolt on here. Thought it looks pretty good. Shuts really good. Nice and easy. Gotta love that. And we've got our shower. So that's what one looks like before it goes in, if you've never seen the backside of one. So that's what it looks like. We slid it in there, and then once the plumber comes in and cuts a hole here and puts his valve right here, we'll be able to slide it in and hook it up, and bolt it down, screw it down, whatever he does. That'll be nice. Get that done. Get one more thing out of the way. Then once that's done, he can finish doing the rest of the electrical, plumbing, and one of the first things I'm going to do is I got some shiplap, some really old shiplap in a barn in Leesville, South Carolina. A buddy of mine's going to trade out with me. I'm going to do maintenance for him, and he's going to give me 45 boards that are 8 foot long, and I think that'll be enough to do the whole bathroom. Cedar shiplap. So it's going to be awesome. Little view for you guys who hadn't seen it. That's kind of what we're looking at. I still haven't closed in up there. Just other things have taken priority over that. And I know if you're a contractor, you'll see flaws in a lot of the stuff I did. But this is just a man cave, so, or a little cabin for temporary living use and future hangout house, hunt club, whatever you want to call it, hunt camp, lodge. So here's the results of the crush run out here. I came back in and smoothed it again with the tractor. I'm learning how to use the front loader just a little bit better, so I'm doing better at it, and it's looking a lot better. So all this area we can walk around without sinking in 2 inches of clay. I got Wi-Fi, cable, telephone, all hooked up today as well. So we're making some progress. I had a pipe from, that was a, I don't know if they call it a pipe rack on top of a van, but you basically put a 6-inch piece of PVC pipe and put caps on the end, a door on one end and a cap on the other. I had that left over from one of my vans I used to have that on top of, and so I put it under here about 6 inches below, maybe 6 inches below the surface, just so I don't, you know, have a big old puddle over here. And so, because I'm going to be using this for a driveway. Anyway, thought you guys would like to see a little update of what we've been doing. Yes, a little bit of a mess, but it is what it is right now. Just do one thing at a time and just keep moving forward. Try to get where you can live the dream. I'm real excited myself. It won't be too long. We'll be out here. I've probably been saying that way too long, but we're not in a rush. We don't have to move here. This is all about just wanting to fulfill our dreams. And you don't want to, you know, I got a wife and kids, and I want to make sure this is an enjoyable move, and as much as one can be, I want to take care of them, make sure it all works out for everybody. You guys have a great day.